Today got a bounce, and things are looking pretty decent here. First off, I want to Bitboy crypto. I'm sure you know if you're in crypto, you know who Bitboy is, right? I think the guy needs some prayers sent his way right now. You know, everybody uh, kicks everybody when they're down, right? This guy's a normal guy, just like your neighbor, you and me. Um, you know, I think he needs that right now. This happened, I guess, in June or July. Got arrested again, Cherokee County, late last month on 6 counts of harassing phone calls. Guess he was harassing the judge and the police. Um, the guy needs people to pull him up, not push him down, right? I mean, um, you know, I don't know. You know, I have nothing bad to say about anybody. I used to watch the guy every single day. Thought it was fantastic, and he's a good human. You know, deep down, he's a good guy. Just going through a hard time like anybody else in their lives. You know, so just want to send that out there. I think, he could use a few blessings sent his way. But anyway, let's take a look at the rest of the market here and see what's going on up here. Um, as soon as this thing, there we go. Let's go over here to Coin Market Cap first off. We'll close that thing on Bitboy. Want to show you what the market's doing today. Having a pretty decent bounce back up here. I put this out in Discord the other day. I thought this would more than likely happen. We had a bounce coming. If you take a look at the crypto bubbles here, got a lot of stuff popping. Caspa looks like it's getting ready to make a pretty massive move. All right, look at this. Nice pop today, even with Bitcoin dominance going up. The altcoins are starting to pop here a little bit. Of course, if we take a look at the last week, kind of a little bit of a beat and right, and the last month, pretty red. Got stuff down quite a bit. So is this the bounce? After Bitcoin tops, is this the bounce where you get out? Your relief bounce. And everybody looking for an exit, possibly. For sure. If you look at the last year, yeah, stuff is down pretty decent, right? Look at these. Look at Sui down 54%, Fetch down 86, Caspa down 67. I think we're going to have some decent retracements, though, coming up here. I really do. Over here in Coin Market Cap, fear and greed's at a 16. Extreme fear. I mean, that's where you want. That's where you look for bounces. When you're in extreme greed, you want to be scared, right? That's when you should be scared. Tops are in or tops are coming in. Extreme fear when it gets down this way. That tends to be a good sign in the market, right? Now, if we take a look over here, got my cat running across my laptop. Sorry about that. Jeez, man, this is, always wants attention. If we take a look, where's it at here? Here we go. Market cycle top indicators. Have any of these hit yet? Makes you wonder if any of them even are any good anymore. Market cycle top indicators, 0 out of 30. 30 of them. None of them say a Bitcoin top is in. I think that's pretty crazy. All right, maybe I'm the one that's crazy. Who knows what's going to happen with this thing? Nobody knows, right? We can do all the guessing we want, have all the charts we want, have all the everything that we want to say about it out there, and who knows if the tops come in. Okay, we got Bitcoin up over the last 24 hours, 5.83% up to 91,492. Ethereum is up 7%. We got XRP up 6.5%. BNB up 6.5%. Solana 10.25%. Let's look at the biggest gainers for the last 24 hours. Pudgy Penguins, again, boy, that thing is really tearing it up, isn't it? Sui up 18.75%. Pump Fund, that thing's up 16.31%. Market cap 1.1 billion, 1.1 billion. Pretty crazy, man. That Pump Fund. That's why we have so many cryptos. That's why we have 30,000 cryptocurrencies or whatever it is. It's a lot. because of pump fund. You got people in there, they go ahead and launch a token, becomes popular enough, and it starts getting traded. It's pretty cool. It is pretty cool, but it does put a lot of cryptos out there. Cardano up 14.4%. Got Pepe up 11.5%. Yeah, the Pepe. That's one I was looking last night for a trade on. Um, let's take. I wanted to look at that real quick because last night um, that Pepe. We had a couple decent trades, but then I had a couple losers over in Discord too. You don't win them all, that's for sure. Excuse me, we definitely win our fair share. There's no doubt about that. Okay, we had a nice five wave last night. Let me look at Pepe here because I knew that thing. Look at that. Yeah, came down here, double bottom. Excuse me, double bottom. That's beautiful. That's nice. Now the question is it going to get rejected up here and roll over? And it could. You could have a one, two, three, wave four back up and a fifth wave down. So be careful if you're in this. Draw your trend line, watch for a rejection or a break. Right through there. It's about hitting it now. Let's see. Yeah, it might break. That thing might take off. Look at it. Um, Definitely could break here. I'm kind of curious if it's going to do it. It's probably going to do it right now. While we're looking at it, it's up almost 12%. But anyway, if you want to join up on our Discord, sign up for a level 3 membership in the description of the video. That'll get you over there with us, get you over 10 hours of videos, over 20 videos. You also get with that you can click on, learn how to trade, look how to, teaches you how to look for tops, how do you draw trend lines, all that stuff. Over 10, 20 videos and a link to the Discord. We have 150 some members in there. Come over and join us, man. Like I said, we do pretty well over there. We got some really good traders in there too, that tear it up. So I think it would definitely be beneficial to you. But that's up to you. If it's something, like I said, if it's something you're interested in, come join us. And also weeks, man, oh man. You know what? This site, uh, when it first launched, it used to tick me off because their charts were slow. I love it. I use weeks all the time now. I love it. I use that and Bit2Nix, but I've been using weeks a lot more lately. Their charts are super fast now. They used to be slow and pitiful. That's why I left. Every time I'd click on a 15-minute or something, um, it would take 10 minutes for the chart to load up. Used to drive me absolutely insane. But the charts are definitely good now. Now, my internet is a little bit slow here, but there you go. There's a 5 minute. Click on the 15. Yeah, but it would take. See, they load up fast now. They're good. They're perfect. So there's a link in the description of the video. It helps the channel if you use that. I would very much appreciate it. But nice charts now. You can open them up to full screen right here. Let's see, is that right? Oh no, I'm sorry. That's for trading. That's for the volume and stuff. To open it full screen. Where the heck is that right here? I never open it full screen. That's why I can't find it. But you can open it up full screen right there. See, it loads up nice and fast. A lot different than it was, And you don't get excuse the language, the bullshit wicks that you get at a lot of other places that'll wick you out. You see any ridiculous wicks on this chart? No. You see how fast it's loading up now? Charts work great. Weeks, yeah. Please, there you go. There's 1 hour, 4 hour. That's what happened. Everybody hated the charts and just how slow they were loading up. All the tools work good now. They were super slow. Look at Bitcoin. It's gonna come up here pretty soon. Up to this point. In fact, I'm putting out a new video here from the members shortly on how I look for trades. because I post quite a few of them over there in Discord. I'm going to put that out to the members here shortly. So be looking for that, guys. I had some people in Discord ask me the other day, and I'm going to post that. But anyway, a few things if you're interested in, please go check it out. I'd appreciate it very much. The weeks and the Discord. Now, let's take a look at these charts. First off, we're going to pull Bitcoin up here. This is Trading View. Yeah, it's my internet's a little bit slow here. My connection. I'm out. I do my videos out in my little office area, out in my garage. So I'm using my Wi-Fi. Won't take long here. It'll load up. But what do you think of Bitboy? What do you guys think? The guy needs some help right now. Needs positive stuff sent his way. He's having a rough time. I don't agree with a lot of stuff that went down. It's against but whatever. The guy needs some help right now, and we all get there in life, right? None of us are perfect. We all screw up. I loved his channel, man. I loved Bitboy Crypto. Wish I'd get back on. But anyway, if we look at Caspa here, what I see going down here, this trend line breaks. This thing's gonna tear, right? You could possibly have this is setting up beautifully. You got perfect wave counts all through here. Right down here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 waves right there, right inside here. It's setting up perfect, right? Everything is looking good. Inside here, you got an A, B, C, right there, and right here, you're starting another 5 waves. Right down here, you got 1, 2, 3, 4 coming back, and 5 should break through. Then you're probably going to have a retest of this area, then a support, and then this thing should rip out of here. All right, I'm looking for, let me get this stuff off here a second. If we, this is on a 4-hour chart, right? Now if we come out, say on a 12, okay, look at this. That's a wave 1, 2, right? 1, 2, and then you're going to have, next up, after this 5 wave completes in here, you're going to have a 3 wave that should shoot up out of here. Now, if we use a trend-based fib and put on this and take a look for a target, let's get on up here, trend-based fib. All right, go from our low to our high. We'll use closing candles. Back to our low. Right about there. Right, look at that. What's that give us? That gives us a 618 retracement. Right back up in the retracement areas. Is that going to happen? We'll see, right? I mean, the measurements, the fib, trend-based fib works pretty damn well. No question about it. That thing can be deadly accurate, and it can be off sometimes. It's not 100%. It's not a blueprint for this is where it's going. It gives you most of the time this will happen or close to it. A 2618, 3618. That would put Caspa back into retracement levels, back up into the blue box. What would that be on the overall? Look, we go off the very top. That's what we're looking for, right? A retracement, and we go to the very bottom. Look where that puts us, right up in the 618, 702, right up to 13 to the 16-7 range, right in there, right? More, I'd be shooting more or less for the 13 probably. That's a big move, right? And no question about it. Trend-based fib, we'll see what happens, right? We'll see what happens. See how this works out here. But it's looking good. You got the RSI on the daily turning back up down here in the bottom. Right here, turning back to the upside. Looks beautiful. You got the weekly. Look at that. Does that look perfect or what? We've been talking about retracements for a while. Everybody thinks that, once a bear market comes, that's it, down, crash, out. No, you normally have a retracement. That's your get out point, right? Now, as Bitcoin tops, I personally, I think so. Excuse me. There's people out there that don't think it has, and that is their their opinion, and they got every uh, bit of argument to it, right? I mean, that's their thing. Now, if we look at dominance, things coming back up here. All right, it's at 59, almost at 60% there. What is it? 59.65. Right, it's making a bounce back up. We need that thing to roll over and crash. Right, that's what we want here. This is looking too much like a wave one, two, and a three starting here. This is looking more like a run up to me. Now, but there's also a setup in here that looks like to me like it hasn't finished either. One, two, three, wave four back up, you know, and a push down, fifth wave down, and I think that would be what would get this started. Now look at the weekly RSI heading to the upside, right? It is at the top up here on the stochastic, on the daily. We're at the top here, but we definitely don't want to see this thing head up, right? And that's what we don't want to see here. We don't want to see this go up through here. So we want to see a rejection up here real soon, right? Right through this area, on a weekly. You got closing candles right up here at 60.8%. All right, so we don't want to see it go higher than that. Could it wick higher? Yeah, but I don't want to see a closing candle above that. I want to see this thing start rolling over soon. Now, if we look at Bitcoin, come down here, 91,632. Let's open this chart up. See, now, is it doing what I talked about, right? I talked about a run back up and a rejection. Now, if you watch my videos a lot, you've seen where I used that Fibonacci and I said it would make sense for Bitcoin to pull down here. I was pretty pretty close uh, to nailing that down here with this fib when I was playing around trying to work out the ABC to come down to this range back to um, our closing target over here on the monthly for Bitcoin right over here. Right, I was working that out. Now right here, if it runs back up to the 618 or 702, that's up at 108 to 112,000. Is that possible? Yeah, that would be a retracement back up to. It would have a B wave back up to a 618, and a C wave down to about 60,000 bucks. That's what I personally am seeing out of this. If it runs up here, A, B, then a C, back down, 63, 60 to 63. Could always wick lower, could run lower, no question. It isn't a perfect measuring tool. Works quite a bit though, for sure, for measuring out ABCs. Now let's put this back up here. Let's look at the RSI here on Bitcoin on a monthly, coming down, right? Bearish divergence that we talked about before. Um, looks to me like a top is in on this thing. I don't think it's going any higher. The weekly at the bottom, right? For a possible run back up here. Might wiggle around in here, work its way back up to that 108, 112, get rejected up here. Then you have your A, your B wave back up, and then your C wave over. And this would be, that'd be a decent run for the altcoins. That would give the altcoins a good run. You're talking what a roughly a 20% move for Bitcoin back to the upside. Very possible, no question, right? It could also come up here and get rejected here at 97.8 roughly. And do a five wave down. That could happen also. But me personally, I think it's gonna we got the weekly reset. I think it's gonna come back up into this box. Let's put this box up here. Our target. This is our target. We'll see if it works out, right? Right here. And you also want to pay very close attention right down through here with it This area through here that for a 5 wave down. Let's get this RSI off here. There we go. But I think we're going to have more, in my opinion, I'll be looking for something like this, right? Something like we got our A wave down, B wave back up, and C wave back down to the 63,000. All right, so that's what I'm looking for in Bitcoin. Would still have a pretty decent run back up here. And this could end up being also, it looks like you could have a one right here, one, two, wave three down, maybe a wave four back up here to the 618, and then a fifth wave down. You could also have a structure like that too, which would technically be an ABC. All right, so we'll keep an eye out here, see if that happens. 108 to 112. Keep an eye on Bitcoin. Caspa looks fantastic. I'll be watching for a break here of that trend line, and looking to long this thing over in Discord. I'm telling you, come join us, guys. For real. We got a big run coming up. If you know how to leverage trade, or if you want to learn, sign up for that level 3 membership. It's going to be a big move, right? Say Caspa does get a wave 3 here, right up here. Wave 3 is more likely going to be up here somewhere. If it does, that's a 80% move. Can you imagine that on a 10x? That's 8 times your money. On a 20x, that's 16 times your money, right? If we get that, you got to be patient with these moves, though. If you get in it at the right time, you got to let it go. I had problems with that when I first started, getting out of trades too early, looking at it, thinking, oh my God, I did the wrong thing, closing it. Leave it alone, right? Like one guy, a friend of mine, I heard say, set it and then leave it go. Set it, forget it, and let it run. Just leave it alone. If this move turns out, then you're going to have a big wave 4 pullback, and then a fifth wave possibly up to our box up here. That would be great, no question about it. All right, trend-based fib gives us a target in that range. Is that what's going to happen? This is setting up nicely. 5 waves up right here, ABC. Starting to 5 waves up in here. We're on wave 4 now. Should be a fifth wave up through. Then a retest. You want to get in right on that retest. And then that thing should tear, right? It should get out of here. Something, similar to this, right? You got a wave 1 in here, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4. Then you're gonna have a wave 5 break of this line, wave 5 up, then a retest back down here. That's where you're gonna enter your long on the retest, and then see you later. This thing should take off out of here and go. That's what we're looking for in Caspa. What I'm looking for. Thank you so much, guys. Not financial advice at all. I'm not a financial advisor. Do your own research on everything. Make up your own decisions on every trade, every investment you make in crypto. I am just here to show you what I see going on and what I think is going to happen in the market. It's not financial advice for anybody. So, like I said, please do your own research. Thank you so much, guys. Go sign up for weeks and sign up for that Discord. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night, everybody.